Hello, lovely people of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you sharing your time with me. I'm back, babes. I'm back. By no demand. Just kidding. No, okay, friends, I don't work in a bookstore anymore. And you know what that's done for me? It's reignited my passion to speak on this little camera. Let's see if I can stick to it. And you know, I'm figuring out my groove, figuring out my editing style, how I want to, you know, share my content online. Fun, creativity, love it. So yeah, join me for a little cheeky reading vlog. This is what we're tackling. And I'm very excited about it. I shall talk more about it as we get on. I hope you enjoy. This entire clip's audio does not work for this video because I talk way too quietly when I'm out in public because I get too nervous. But essentially what I was saying is that the sun decided to come out for my weekend and I'm very excited. We're all very sun deprived, so this is great for all of us getting to enjoy sun. So now we're going to the beach and I will see you there.
Corn.
Bread.
This novel is written through various perspectives and various timelines, but it all revolves around the central character, whose name is Cyrus Shams, okay? And Cyrus Shams is the main character, and we're essentially witnessing what has happened in his life to get him to where he is today. Current day, he is a recovering addict, alcoholic, sad, depressed man. And his current goal, or mission, whatever you want to call it, is to write a book on martyrdom. Martyrdom, that's a tricky word to say. And the reason he wants to do this is because he lost his mum in a tragic accident, and it has kind of tainted his whole life with this deep, violent loss that he's trying to make sense of. There's this actual line. Let me pull out the quote because I think it kind of really encapsulates why he's searching, why he's hoping to write this book on martyrs in order to help heal what he's been through. And it says, "But my whole life I've thought about my mum on that flight, how meaningless her death was. Truly, literally, like meaningless. Without meaning. The difference between 290 dead and 289. It's actuarial. Not even tragic, you know? So was she a martyr? There has to be a definition of the word that can accommodate her. That's what I'm after." I'm finding it very difficult to not write down every single quote or tab every other line because it is beautiful, it is so profound, it really makes you think. There's actually this whole chapter that I was discussing with Michael because oftentimes when I'm reading, I'm so overwhelmed by so many of my reading experiences in a good way, but I need to have a sort of outlet in order for me to continue consuming the content. And Michael is that for me all the time, and I'm very grateful. But this chapter is about a dream that Cyrus had between his mum and Lisa Simpson, which sounds bananas. I understand that and I recognize that as I'm saying it, but it works. He's managed to take this really creative narrative structure and make it work, and it's so profound and it's so beautiful. And I shared a few passages with Michael a few days ago, and we're still thinking about them days later. We keep being like, oh, that chapter with Lisa Simpson was really, really something. And I just feel like the whole book has been making me feel that way. And that's such a treat. I can't complain at all. So yeah, I'm very excited to keep reading. I'm hoping to be done really soon. By the end of the week, hopefully. Okay, that's it for now. We can discuss fluids at a different time because this is the focus in this very moment. Okay, talk soon. Bye. I wanted to share a passage with you, or a whole page with you, that is really so magical. It's the only word I can think of to describe such a thing. But it's right here. It was close to the beginning of my reading experience, page 33, and it says, "For as long as he could remember, Cyrus had thought it unimaginably strange, the body's need to recharge nightly. The way sleep happened, not as a fact, like swallowing or using the bathroom, but as a faith. People pretended to be asleep, trusting eventually their pretending would morph into the real thing. It was a lie you practiced nightly, or if not a lie, at least a performance. And while performance did not necessarily void sincerity, it certainly changed it. The speech you practiced in front of the mirror was always different than the one you ended up giving. Nothing else worked this way, insisting upon pretending. You didn't sit in front of a plate of rice, pantomiming swallowing in order to take the tiny grains into your stomach. Sleep alone demanded that embarrassing recital. As if to incentivize the whole ordeal, the body offered you dreams in exchange for a third of your living. You were offered sprawling feasts, exotic adventures, beautiful lovers, wings. Or at least the promise of them, made only slightly less intoxicating by the curious threat of nightmare. How sometimes, at random, your mind would decide to reduce you to a whimper or a gasp in the night." Oh my lord. I feel like this vlog is just gonna turn into me reading it out loud to you. A little bedtime story, if you will. It's just fantastic. I'm really excited to see where this takes me because I'm really not sure at this point. If you don't know this about me, poetry and I have a bit of a war. We have a bit of a war because it oftentimes makes me feel dumb, and no one likes to feel dumb, I don't think. And I think because I've had those experiences, I tend to just really, really steer clear from it. But in doing so, I think I've also deprived myself of a lot of beautiful writing that wouldn't make me feel that way, if that makes sense. And that's kind of how I felt while reading this. I think the big reminder I had of that, or like the realization I had of that, I think it was last year. I read this book. It's right here. It's called Bless the Daughter Raised by a Voice in Her Head by Warson Shire. And it literally rocked my world. It was one of my favorite books ever. It was devastating. I was gutted by it. Anyway, and that's poetry. And this is poetry. And I don't feel dumb. Hooray! But yeah, this was beautiful. I think this is one of those really wonderful books because you can definitely just pick it up at any time, read a passage or two, and feel that sensation all over again. It's a book about heartbreak, loss, healing, grief through the eyes of a color. I enjoyed her writing so much so that I did pop over to the shops and buy The Argonauts by Maggie Nelson. So I'll be reading this soon, hopefully, and I'll be getting back to you, okay? That's all the updates for Bluets. Thanks for listening. Take a look at this, or take a listen to this. Separation from what you love best, that is hell. To be twice separated, first by a nation and then by its language, that is pain deeper than pain, deeper than hell. That is abyss. I won't even tell you, babe, what that's about, but if you read this and when you get to page like 270 onwards, you're dead and gone. Hey team, I have about 50 pages. What the fuck is going on, hey? What? I literally did not see this coming. I did not see I'm truly speechless. You know what this is kind of making me feel like? I read Where the Crawdad Sings in like 2020, blah, blah, blah. Allez, I've talked about it so many times. And I didn't like it. But I didn't finish it. I didn't read the last probably third. Maybe that's even a bit generous. Whatever. I didn't finish it. And everyone, the main takeaway I got from that experience was that everyone was like, oh, but the ending. I mean, I've enjoyed this whole process, but if someone is reading this or will read this and you're not vibing with it, this is me telling you. The end, love. The end. Okay? I'll chat with you when I'm done this. It's done. It's finished. I said the exact same thing about Bluets. What a beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, elaborate, creative novel. I almost feel like the conversation I had before where I was sitting next to the record player just goes to show how much I was yet to discover. But what does hold true is that this is beautifully written. The author takes so much creative liberty, but it's done so specifically and successfully. A dream to be read, a dream to have read. What a dream. Yeah, fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I highly recommend, okay? I highly recommend. That was so stunning. Both those books, delicious, delightful, loved. I mean, I can't say, we can't talk about it in detail. We can't. Because I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not. Just give it a go. Give it a go. Trust me. And talk to me about it if you read it, okay? I hope that sounds good. I'm gonna end this now, end this little cutie vlog now, because I want to take this hat off, put the hat hair in a bun, and go to sleep. Anyway, thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I really, really appreciate it. What a beautiful journey we've been through together, you and I. Okay, I will see you when I see you. Bye!